Being the daughter of a two-time president sounds like it should come with a solid gold credit card, a personal unicorn, and access to an unlimited supply of Secret Service agents. But for Tiffany Trump, the path has been anything but golden. From awkward family moments and public snubs to blackmail allegations and a wedding nearly swept away by a storm, her life has been a real-life soap opera, minus the cheesy music and with a lot more Twitter controversy. Growing up Trump? Kind of. Born in 1993, Tiffany Ariana Trump arrived into a world of luxury, lawyers, and headlines. But her life took a major turn just 6 years later when her parents, Donald Trump and actress Marla Maples, called it quits. Cue the custody drama. Marla took little Tiffany and moved across the country to California, basically from the paparazzi jungle of Manhattan to the star-studded wilderness of LA. Although Donald was always ready with a checkbook, he is a businessman after all. His fathering skills were, well, let's just say he didn't win any world's best dad mugs. In a 2016 interview, Marla revealed that while he financially supported Tiffany, she was mostly left out of the everyday Trump family picture, both literally and emotionally. "It was always up to me to keep the relationship going," she shared. Picture that, mom playing mediator while dad is busy tweeting. Despite the distance, Marla made sure Tiffany visited her father in New York at least a couple of times a year, usually a whirlwind tour of office visits and Trump Tower dinners. She encouraged Tiffany to build her own bond with Donald without interference. Let's just say that bond came with mixed results. A heartbreaking loss. In 2021, tragedy struck when one of Tiffany's closest friends, Harry Brandt, son of billionaire Peter Brandt and supermodel Stephanie Seymour, died from an accidental overdose at just 24 years old. Tiffany was devastated. Just weeks before, they'd been partying together at Mar-a-Lago, ringing in the new year in style. She posted a heartfelt tribute on Instagram that was both touching and classy. "Words can't express how special you were. I'll cherish our friendship forever." It was a reminder that beneath the glitz and glam, Tiffany, like anyone, felt real, painful loss. The courtroom cameo and blackmail drama. In 2024, Tiffany made a rare public appearance that didn't involve a red carpet, beach photo shoot, or fashion week. Instead, she was seen standing alongside half-siblings Eric and Don Jr. at a Manhattan courtroom, supporting their dad as he faced a hush money trial. Family bonding time, Trump style. The trial was already headline gold, involving adult film star Stormy Daniels and some questionable record-keeping. But just to make things even spicier, Michael Cohen, Trump's ex-lawyer and full-time tell-all machine, threw in a juicy tidbit. Tiffany had allegedly been the target of an extortion scheme in 2016. According to Cohen, Tiffany and former National Enquirer honcho David Pecker were both looped into hush-hush conversations about how to handle the threat. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on your appetite for scandal, the details were never released. No plot, no receipts, no revenge plan, just another Trump-sized mystery. The family oddball? In a family where loyalty looks like appearing on Fox News in matching suits, Tiffany always seemed like the odd one out. Not only did she grow up miles away from her high-profile siblings, but she also had a tendency to like progressive Instagram posts. In 2018, she even double-tapped a post from the March for Our Lives rally that criticized GOP politicians. Talk about awkward Thanksgiving dinners. Still, there are advantages to being the forgotten Trump. When New York's Attorney General Letitia James filed a lawsuit against Donald and his closest allies for financial fraud in 2022, guess whose name was not on the list? That's right. Tiffany skated by with a clean slate. No subpoenas in sight. Daddy issues continued. Despite hopes that adulthood might bring her closer to her famous father, things reportedly got even frostier after Donald became president. A source told People that the two could go months without so much as a text. Imagine being in the same city and still ghosting each other. Classic modern family. Tiffany was studying law in Washington, D.C. at Georgetown at the time, just a quick motorcade ride away from the White House. Yet sources said she often felt unwelcome at family events and found visits awkward. Ouch. The accidental roast. Donald Trump isn't exactly known for his tact, but even he outdid himself during a 2016 phone-in with Fox and Friends. Listing his kids like he was reading a guest list for a party, he praised Don Jr., Eric, and Ivanka, and then added Tiffany as an afterthought. To a lesser extent, Tiffany, who just got out of college, he said, Nothing says "I love you" like being mentioned as a footnote. Assistant gone rogue? Then there was the 2019 dinner that blew up the internet, thanks to Trump's then-assistant Madeleine Westerhout, who got a little too candid over drinks with reporters. Not only did she claim Donald wouldn't recognize Tiffany in a lineup, she also implied he was uncomfortable being photographed with her due to her weight. Westerhout was promptly fired, but the damage was done. Tiffany didn't clap back directly, but she did share a cryptic Instagram quote about how people will never know me, which her followers quickly interpreted as a subtweet of the century. Losing grandpa. In 2024, Tiffany suffered a huge personal loss when her maternal grandfather, Stan Maples, passed away at 82. The former actor and businessman had been a major figure in her life and even attended her 2022 wedding. Tiffany and her mom Marla coped by heading to Germany for a detox and spiritual healing retreat, because nothing says processing grief like yoga, herbal teas, and sound baths in the Alps. When nature tries to crash your wedding. Speaking of weddings, Tiffany's 2022 nuptials to Lebanese-American businessman Michael Boulos were almost upstaged by Mother Nature herself. Just days before the extravagant Mar-a-Lago ceremony, Hurricane Nicole started making its way toward Florida. Flights were canceled, staff were sent home, and Tiffany was reportedly in full bridezilla mode. Fortunately, the storm weakened just in time, and the show went on. Donald even managed a semi-sentimental speech calling the weather shift emblematic of Tiffany's life. We're assuming he meant that in a good way. Snubbed at Fashion Week? Back in 2017, Tiffany made headlines for another kind of drama, this time at New York Fashion Week. Rumors swirled that no one wanted to sit near her at designer Philip Plein's show, fearing political backlash by association. One fashion editor even admitted her team distanced themselves on purpose. But in a plot twist worthy of Project Runway, other insiders claimed Tiffany was too busy schmoozing to notice or care. Lesson learned: never underestimate the power of confidence and a good blowout. Love and loss and politics. Before Michael Boulos came along, Tiffany had a serious relationship with Ross Mechanic, a Democrat and computer science grad. The two dated while attending the University of Pennsylvania, despite coming from different ends of the political spectrum, Romeo and Juliet, but with more hashtags. They broke up in 2018 when Tiffany moved to DC for law school. According to insiders, Ross didn't want to do long distance. His mom's reaction? I'm guessing nobody even cares. Savage inheritance games. Lastly, the ever-awkward topic of inheritance. Being part of the Trump dynasty should mean financial security, right? Well, maybe. According to insiders, Marla and Tiffany have always tread carefully around Donald, just in case a will is involved. In a resurfaced 2005 Howard Stern interview, Trump joked that his older kids tried to get Tiffany written out of any inheritance. Tiffany may be married to a wealthy man now, but she's probably keeping an eye on that estate planner, just in case. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Tiffany Trump's roller coaster life, don't forget to smash that like and hit that subscribe button like you're dodging a Trump family reunion. Ring the bell so you never miss another juicy story from the world of fame, fortune, and fabulous drama. Share this video with a friend who secretly loves political soap operas. Until next time, stay curious, stay entertained, and stay out of courtroom scandals.